Have you ever wondered why the choices you make in your later years, whether it's about what you wear, how you celebrate, or where you go, can profoundly impact your peace of mind and well-being? In today's video, we're diving into time-honored wisdom that has guided generations, showing you the 3 types of clothes, birthdays, and places to avoid as you age. These ancient teachings aren't just about traditions. They offer practical insights into living a more comfortable, dignified, and fulfilling life in your 70s and beyond. By the end of this video, you'll discover not only how to make wiser decisions that enhance your daily life, but also how small, mindful changes can help protect your health, finances, and emotional well-being. Stay with us to learn how embracing simplicity, prioritizing comfort, and avoiding certain social pitfalls can ensure that you live the golden years you truly deserve. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me. And if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. The art of dressing in your golden years. Wisdom for the well-attired elder. As we navigate the sacred journey of our twilight years, the significance of how we present ourselves becomes deeply profound. The clothes we choose are no longer just fabric draped on our bodies. They are a reflection of the rich stories we've lived, the experiences we've weathered, and the wisdom we've gathered. Our ancestors, with their ageless insight, offered timeless advice on the subject of attire, cautioning us to walk the delicate line between dignity and humility. They reminded us that true elegance lies in balance, never too extravagant, yet never careless. In a world overwhelmed by fleeting trends and limitless options, this ancient wisdom becomes even more critical for those of us who have crossed the revered threshold of 70. To dress well is not just an act of self-respect. It is an outward expression of our respect for the world around us. It sends a powerful message to those we encounter, reminding them that age does not dim the flame of pride or self-worth. It is a statement that says, "I am here, vibrant and alive, with stories still to share." In dressing with care, we honor ourselves and extend a silent courtesy to others, showing them that we value their company and their gaze. So, let's dive into 3 cardinal rules of dressing that can uplift not only our appearance, but also our spirit. These rules are more than sartorial suggestions. They are pillars of self-expression and dignity. By adhering to them, we reaffirm that aging is not an act of fading, but of flourishing, a time to shine even brighter through the choices we make every day. If this reflection resonates with your heart, I encourage you to engage by showing your appreciation with a like and a heartfelt comment. If it doesn't quite speak to you, a simple like and a 7 will suffice. Your voice, your feedback, shapes the conversations we have and the wisdom we share. Let's continue this journey together, ever mindful that how we dress is not just about fabric and style. It is about embracing the fullness of life with grace and honor. Rule 1. Prioritize quality and comfort. In the later stages of life, we learn that not all that glitter is gold. It's tempting to be swayed by the allure of a bargain, the irresistible pull of a deal too good to pass up. But how many times have we fallen for the siren's call, only to be met with regret when the clothing we purchase falls short in ways that matter most? Picture this. You slip into a new shirt, and instead of feeling cozy and confident, it clings to your skin, rubbing uncomfortably with every movement. The fabric is stiff, unforgiving, and suffocating. As the day drags on, the heat builds, sweat gathers, and that small discomfort turns into hours of torment. Worse still, the irritation on your skin begins to burn, turning what should have been a day of ease into one of constant discomfort. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. And then there's the unpredictability. Those embarrassing moments when a poorly made garment betrays you. Imagine sitting down for lunch with friends and suddenly, the fabric rips in the most unexpected and humiliating way. The moment that should have been about connection and joy turns into one of shame, all because of a hasty choice. The truth is, in our golden years, we've earned the right to be free from such unnecessary stresses. The wisdom we've gathered tells us that comfort and quality should never be compromised. As the saying goes, you get what you pay for, and when it comes to clothing, this couldn't be truer. Investing in garments made from soft, breathable, and durable materials is more than just a financial decision. It's a way of honoring ourselves and the bodies that have carried us through life's journey. These quality pieces will not only last longer, but will also provide us with the priceless gifts of comfort and confidence. They move with us, cradle our skin gently, and allow us to go about our days with ease and grace, knowing we look and feel our best. Rule 2. Embrace elegant simplicity. As we age, the way we dress becomes more than just a choice. It becomes a reflection of the wisdom and grace we've acquired throughout life. The art of dressing appropriately, especially in our golden years, is a skill that requires a delicate balance. It's easy to be tempted by the glitz and glamour of fashion trends designed for younger generations, but the truth is that we no longer need to chase after fleeting styles. Our value, our beauty, transcends what's popular today and gone tomorrow. There's a quiet power in embracing simplicity, in knowing that we don't need to adorn ourselves in extravagant or overly revealing attire to make a statement. Consider the everyday choices we make with our clothing. While it's fun to dress up for a special event, a night at the theater, a wedding, or a celebratory dinner, our day-to-day attire can embody an elegance that is both timeless and practical. Do we need to squeeze ourselves into trendy outfits that feel more like costumes than expressions of who we truly are? The truth is, chasing after youth-oriented fashions can often leave us feeling out of place, disconnected from the grounded sense of self we've cultivated over decades. Garments that may flatter our grandchildren might not honor the graceful beauty of our mature bodies. For example, clothing that reveals too much skin or outfits that are overly tight or trendy may not always flatter us in the way they once did. And that's not a loss, it's a gift. By choosing simple, classic styles, we step into an aura of inner refinement that speaks volumes without saying a word. Elegant simplicity is more than just an aesthetic choice. It's a way of living that brings peace, saves us from unnecessary spending, and reflects a deep, grounded sense of self-worth. When we embrace clothing that feels comfortable, dignified, and timeless, we radiate a quiet confidence that no passing trend can offer. It's in these understated choices that we truly shine. We project a sense of security and sophistication that says, I know who I am, and I don't need to follow anyone else's rules. This approach not only enhances our outer appearance, but also nourishes our spirit, allowing us to feel at ease in our skin. What about you? Do you have a go-to outfit that makes you feel both comfortable and dignified? One that embodies the beauty of simplicity? Share your style tips in the comments below. Let's celebrate the elegance of living and dressing with intention, reminding ourselves that sometimes less truly is more. Rule 3. Cleanliness is next to godliness. There's a universal truth that transcends age, style, or wealth. No matter the brand, the label, or the price tag, nothing can replace the timeless appeal of a clean, well-maintained garment. It's always a bit disheartening to see someone draped in expensive designer clothing that's wrinkled, stained, or otherwise unkempt. No amount of money can hide the simple fact that cleanliness elevates everything, while neglect tarnishes even the finest attire. Keeping our clothes clean, pressed, and free from blemishes isn't just about looking good. It's an outward expression of self-respect and, perhaps more importantly, respect for those around us. Imagine an elderly person, neatly dressed, moving through their day with grace. Whether they're spending time with family, meeting new acquaintances, or simply going about their daily routine, their tidy appearance naturally commands respect. It leaves a lasting, positive impression. There's an unspoken message in that neatness. I care about myself, and I care about those around me. This level of care invites others in, creating an environment of warmth and mutual respect. It's not about vanity or showing off, but about upholding the standards of dignity and care that reflect a life well lived. Now, think about the opposite scenario. A person dressed in disheveled, wrinkled, or unclean clothing can unintentionally create distance. Perhaps their clothes have visible stains or emit unpleasant odors. Suddenly, what could have been a pleasant interaction becomes uncomfortable for those around them. It's not that they are being judged for superficial reasons, but rather that poor hygiene and a lack of self-care can act as a barrier to connection. Cleanliness isn't just about appearance. It's about fostering an environment where people feel comfortable and welcomed in your presence. Maintaining clean and well-kept clothing goes beyond the surface. It's an act of self-love and social courtesy. In our later years, when health and mobility may not always make things easy, finding the time and energy to care for our clothes may feel like a chore. But the reward is immeasurable. Clean, fresh clothes allow us to step into the world with confidence, knowing that we are presenting our best selves to the people we meet. It creates an unspoken harmony, a sense of pride that radiates far beyond what we wear. What's your secret to keeping your clothes fresh, neat, and presentable? Do you have special laundry tips or tricks that make all the difference? Share your wisdom in the comments below. Because caring for our clothing is another way of caring for ourselves and for those we cherish. Let's inspire each other to maintain that clean, polished look that reflects the dignity and grace we all deserve. The deeper meaning of dressing well. Did you know that in ancient Chinese, the character for fortune, Fu, weaves together the symbols for clothing and Fei, representing nourishment and abundance? Our ancestors, with their profound wisdom, understood that being well-fed and well-dressed was not merely about physical comfort, but the essence of a life filled with happiness and prosperity. By dressing well, we're not just making choices about fashion, we're honoring a legacy, a philosophy of life that has been passed down through generations. Each decision we make about how we present ourselves reflects a deeper connection to our sense of self and the world around us. When we choose clothes that offer comfort, dignity, and respect, we're sending a powerful message, not only to ourselves, but to everyone we encounter. It's a declaration that says, I value myself and I value the people I meet. Dressing well becomes an extension of how we carry ourselves in life, how we approach each day, and how we nurture the relationships that fill our lives with meaning. It's not just about looking good. It's about embodying the care, grace, and wisdom we've cultivated over time. Every outfit we choose becomes an affirmation of who we are and how much we've learned to cherish the moments, the people, and the experiences that shape us. So, the next time you open your wardrobe, take a moment to pause and reflect on the act of dressing. You're not simply picking out clothes. You're making a conscious decision about how you will greet the day, how you will interact with the world, and how you will honor yourself and those around you. Isn't that a beautiful way to start each morning? To know that even in the simplest of tasks, such as choosing what to wear, we are embracing a life of comfort, respect, and joy. How has your approach to dressing evolved as you've grown older? What is the most valuable lesson you've learned about clothing in your golden years? Share your insights in the comments below. And let's continue to learn from one another as we navigate this incredible journey of life together, rethinking birthday celebrations in our golden years. As we move gracefully into life's autumn, the way we view and celebrate birthdays begins to shift. Once a time for grand gatherings, lively parties, and countless gifts, these milestones may start to feel different as the years pass. While many families still cherish the tradition of throwing big celebrations, and some elders find joy in these festive occasions, there's value in asking whether this custom still holds the same meaning for us. Do we still find comfort and connection in these grand gestures, or is there a deeper, more reflective way we can mark these moments? In our golden years, birthdays can become more than just an occasion for cake and presents. They can offer a time for quiet reflection, a chance to look back at the roads we've traveled, the lessons we've learned, and the people we've loved. Rather than focusing on material gifts or large parties, perhaps we find greater fulfillment in intimate gatherings, heartfelt conversations, and the sharing of memories with those closest to us. Birthdays might evolve into moments of gratitude, where we celebrate not only the years lived, but the wisdom gained and the relationships that have truly mattered. This doesn't mean there's no room for joy, laughter, or even a bit of festivity. But perhaps, as we age, the essence of these celebrations changes. Instead of marking the passage of time with fanfare, we might embrace the beauty of a simple, meaningful celebration. A dinner with family, a walk in nature, or a quiet day spent in peaceful reflection. After all, the richness of life in our later years often lies not in extravagance, but in the depth of connection and the love that surrounds us. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. If this topic resonates with you, I invite you to engage with a like and a heartfelt comment. But if it's not quite to your taste, a like and a 7 will do just fine. Your feedback, as always, shapes the discussions we'll continue to explore together. The changing landscape of family gatherings. In times past, birthday banquets served as a beautiful tradition, a way for children to honor their parents and for extended families to come together in a show of love and respect. For many elders, these gatherings were not just celebrations, but affirmations of their children's devotion, a sign that family ties remained strong. They were also precious opportunities to reconnect with long-lost friends and relatives, rekindling bonds that time and distance had strained. However, as the landscape of modern life has evolved, so too has the dynamic of these family gatherings. The reality today is that younger generations often find themselves far from their hometowns, scattered across cities, countries, or even continents. They are juggling demanding careers, family obligations, and the fast-paced demands of modern living. As a result, it's become increasingly difficult for them to return home for events like birthday celebrations outside of major holidays. Even when a gathering is organized, the chances of many younger family members attending in person have dwindled, replaced by the customary gesture of sending a token red envelope, perhaps with a polite message. While the intention remains thoughtful, it can result in a rather lonely or awkward atmosphere for the elder who may have hoped for a vibrant, joyful reunion. Instead of being surrounded by family and loved ones, they might find themselves seated at a large table with only a handful of guests, missing the warmth and presence of the younger generation. Understandably, this shift can feel disappointing or even hurtful, especially when we hold on to traditions that once brought families together in joyous unity. Given these new realities, it may be time to reconsider the traditional birthday bash, especially if it no longer serves its intended purpose. Let's explore 3 scenarios where opting for a different approach might be more meaningful. 1. When health takes priority. Imagine you're recovering from an illness, especially one that has taken a toll on your strength and spirit. In days past, our ancestors might have believed in the power of celebration to ward off sickness, thinking that laughter and company could chase away the shadows of poor health. But the truth is often far more complex. The energy required to organize and partake in a large, lively event can be draining, physically, mentally, and emotionally. The excitement and stress of managing a grand birthday bash could worsen your condition, leaving you more exhausted and vulnerable. In moments like these, your health and well-being should take center stage. Rather than pushing yourself to endure the whirlwind of a big celebration, why not embrace the peace and comfort of a quiet, intimate gathering? Surrounding yourself with a few of your closest loved ones in a calm and nurturing environment can offer something far more powerful than any grand affair: genuine connection. The warmth, love, and meaningful conversations shared in such a setting can be deeply restorative, acting as a balm for both body and soul. Have you ever experienced a low-key birthday that was unexpectedly special? Maybe it was a small dinner with family, or a quiet day spent with those dearest to you. What made it memorable wasn't the size of the gathering, but the depth of the moment shared. Sometimes, it's in these simpler celebrations that we find the greatest meaning and joy. We'd love to hear your story. Share in the comments below how a quieter celebration brought you peace and healing during a time when your health took priority. 2. When finances are tight. Picture this. An elderly person with limited means feels the weight of expectation to host a lavish birthday banquet. The pressure to uphold tradition or maintain appearances can lead to unnecessary financial strain, not only on themselves but on their family as well. As the old saying goes, the rich have distant relatives in the mountains, while the poor go unnoticed in the bustling city. This highlights a harsh truth. When financial resources are tight, the burden of hosting an extravagant celebration can feel even heavier. If you're already navigating financial challenges, why add to your troubles with an expensive birthday bash? A lavish party, meant to bring joy, can often become a stressful obligation, turning into more of a formality than a heartfelt celebration. Instead of uplifting the occasion, it might leave you or your family in a more difficult position, creating a lingering sense of regret rather than cherished memories. In such moments, it's important to remember that true celebration doesn't come from the grandeur of the event, but from the love and connections we share. Practicing frugality, understanding our limitations, and wisely managing household resources are not signs of neglect. They're acts of wisdom and care. Prioritizing long-term stability and contentment over fleeting extravagance is not only responsible, but it also allows for celebrations to remain genuine and joyous, free from the shadow of financial worry. How do you strike the balance between the desire to celebrate and the need to stay within financial realities? Have you ever chosen a simpler celebration that ended up being more meaningful than expected? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to find joy in the simplicity of life. 3. When grief overshadows joy. Perhaps one of the most heartbreaking situations is when an elderly person has lost a child. In such a delicate time, the tradition of hosting a grand birthday banquet can feel not only inappropriate but profoundly sorrowful. Traditionally, these celebrations were meant for children to express their love, respect, and gratitude toward their parents. But when a beloved child is no longer present, a once joyful event can turn into a painful reminder of the absence, deepening the grief for both the person hosting and the guests attending. The laughter and smiles that should fill the room are often replaced by a heavy sense of loss that lingers in the air. For many, wise elders in particular, the choice to embrace a more subdued and low-key lifestyle after such a loss becomes an essential part of emotional healing. They understand that it's not always necessary to put on a brave face or to keep traditions alive when doing so reopens old wounds. Sometimes, the kindest act we can offer ourselves is to simplify life, to step away from grand gestures that no longer bring joy but instead stir up sadness. Fewer large gatherings, quieter celebrations, and reduced social interactions can be a form of emotional self-care, a way to protect the heart from further pain. After experiencing a profound loss, birthdays and other significant dates may take on a different meaning. Instead of hosting grand celebrations, you might choose to honor the day with something more personal, lighting a candle in memory, sharing quiet moments with loved ones, or even dedicating the day to peaceful reflection. It's not about ignoring the day, but finding a new way to mark its importance that aligns with where you are emotionally. How do you honor important dates after experiencing a loss? Your insight could be a light for others walking a similar path, helping them to navigate the delicate balance between remembering and healing. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's support each other in finding peace during life's most challenging moments. The wisdom of simplicity. As we grow older, we often come to understand the profound wisdom in simplifying our lives, especially when it comes to marking the passage of time. Simplifying doesn't mean foregoing celebration. Rather, it means redefining how we acknowledge these milestones in a way that feels more meaningful and aligned with the rhythm of our lives. Instead of large gatherings filled with fanfare, perhaps we find greater joy in a quiet dinner with our closest loved ones, or in the heartfelt warmth of a phone call from a grandchild who may live miles away. Sometimes, even a solitary moment of reflection, thinking back on the life we've lived and the wisdom we've earned, can be more fulfilling than any grand event. In simplicity, we find peace. These small, intimate gestures, whether shared with family or experienced in solitude, can offer a deeper sense of contentment than any lavish party. It's not about the number of guests or the scale of the celebration, but about the quality of the connections we cherish and the gratitude we feel for another year of life. When we strip away the extravagance, we are left with the essence of what truly matters. The relationships we've nurtured, the lessons we've learned, and the joy we find in simply being present. The true measure of a life well lived isn't in the grandeur of our celebrations, but in the quiet depth of our relationships and the simple contentment we find in our everyday existence. As we embrace the wisdom of simplicity, we honor ourselves in a way that feels authentic, peaceful, and full of grace. How has your approach to celebrating birthdays changed as you've gotten older? Have you found more meaning in simpler celebrations? What's the most memorable birthday you've had in recent years? Share your stories in the comments, and let's celebrate the beauty of life's simple moments together. Navigating the world in our golden years. A guide to safe and joyful outings. As we age with grace, our approach to exploring the world around us naturally shifts. While at 60 we may still feel invincible, ready to take on new adventures with boundless energy by 70, it becomes essential to reassess our physical capabilities and prioritize safety without losing the joy of discovery. Venturing out should still bring excitement, connection, and fulfillment, but with a few thoughtful considerations to ensure our well-being. Whether it's a stroll to the park, a visit to a museum, or a long-anticipated trip, the key is to strike a balance between enjoyment and self-care. Recognizing our changing bodies allows us to be proactive in planning outings that nourish our spirit while keeping us safe and comfortable. Here are a few thoughtful guidelines to consider for ensuring your outings remain both safe and enjoyable. 3 places to approach with caution. 1. Cemeteries. Honoring memories without overwhelming emotions. Visiting the final resting places of our loved ones can stir a complex and often overwhelming mix of emotions. While there is a sense of comfort in paying respects and keeping their memory alive, there is also the sharp, lingering pain of loss that can weigh heavily on the heart. For seniors, frequent cemetery visits may intensify this sorrow, leading to emotional distress and leaving one feeling emotionally drained. If visiting cemeteries becomes too painful or burdensome, consider exploring alternative ways to honor your departed loved ones that bring peace rather than sadness. You might create a small memorial space in your home, adorned with photos, candles, or meaningful objects that remind you of their presence. This intimate space can serve as a sanctuary for reflection and remembrance, allowing you to feel close to them without the emotional strain that often accompanies cemetery visits. Another option could be visiting a peaceful temple, garden, or serene location that brings you tranquility. These places can offer a sense of spiritual connection, allowing you to honor your loved ones in an environment that nurtures calmness rather than deep sorrow. If tending graves is a cultural or family necessity, consider allowing younger family members to take on that responsibility. This not only eases your emotional load, but also provides them an opportunity to carry forward the tradition in a meaningful way. Always remember, your loved ones live on in your heart and memory, not just in a physical resting place. The bond you share transcends any location. How do you prefer to remember and honor your departed loved ones? Have you developed personal rituals or meaningful practices that bring you peace? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments, and let's support each other in finding comforting ways to honor those we've lost. 2. Places of questionable repute. Protecting your legacy. In our golden years, we've earned the right to enjoy life fully, but it's essential to make wise choices about where we spend our time. Frequenting establishments of questionable repute can jeopardize not only our reputation, but also cast a long shadow over our family standing. The consequences of being associated with such places could be far-reaching. Imagine if an elder were to become involved in a public scandal. It wouldn't just affect their image, but could also harm their children's social or professional lives, potentially leading to strained family dynamics. In the interest of preserving family harmony and upholding personal dignity, it's wise to avoid environments that pose unnecessary risks to your legacy. Your actions in later years still matter, not just for yourself, but for those who look up to you and rely on the example you set. Choosing wholesome and fulfilling activities can be just as enjoyable, if not more so, without the worry of unintended consequences. What are your favorite activities for enjoying life in your later years while maintaining peace of mind? Whether it's a stroll through a peaceful garden, a book club, community volunteering, or simply sharing a cup of tea with loved ones, there are countless ways to embrace joy and fulfillment. Share your favorite pastimes and recommendations in the comments, and let's inspire each other to live these years with dignity, peace, and happiness. 3. Unfamiliar territories. Minimizing travel risks. The desire to explore and experience new places is a passion that doesn't fade with age. But as we grow older, unfamiliar environments can bring unexpected risks. Whether it's navigating uneven terrain, getting lost, or encountering an unforeseen accident, the challenges of venturing into the unknown can be greater for seniors. However, this doesn't mean you should stop exploring and enjoying new experiences. With a few simple precautions, you can continue to embrace adventure while minimizing potential dangers. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. One of the most effective strategies is to stick to familiar surroundings when possible, especially for solo outings. Visiting places where you know the layout, the people, and the routine can offer both excitement and comfort. If you do decide to explore a new territory, make sure you're prepared. Always carry a fully charged mobile phone to stay connected with family and friends in case of emergencies. It's also helpful to share your travel plans with someone close to you, so they know where you'll be. For those more adventurous outings to new places, consider bringing along a younger family member, friend, or companion who can offer support. Not only does this enhance the experience by creating shared memories, but it also provides an added layer of security in case you face any challenges along the way. Balancing the thrill of adventure with the priority of safety is key. How do you maintain that balance in your outings? Do you have special tips or strategies for staying safe while enjoying new experiences? Share your thoughts and advice in the comments, and let's inspire each other to keep exploring the world with both joy and caution. Embracing a new chapter with wisdom. As we enter our 70s, it's a time of profound transformation, a pivotal moment to adjust our mindset and lifestyle to reflect the wisdom we've gathered. This isn't about imposing limitations or retreating from life's possibilities, but rather about embracing new ways to thrive. It's an opportunity to fine-tune how we live, ensuring that each decision brings us peace, joy, and fulfillment. Here are some thoughtful suggestions to help guide this new chapter. Foster open communication with your children. At this stage of life, it's crucial to maintain an honest and open dialogue with your children. Share your thoughts, concerns, and aspirations as you navigate this period. Your relationship can deepen as you express your needs and wishes, allowing them to support you in meaningful ways. Seek inspiration from positive and optimistic peers. Surround yourself with those who maintain a bright, forward-looking attitude. The energy and outlook of positive peers can be contagious, helping you maintain an optimistic perspective. Their experiences may provide valuable insights into how to age with grace and joy. Encourage your children to take an active interest in your well-being. Invite your children into the conversation about your health, lifestyle, and future. Through open dialogue, they can help you discover routines and habits that align with your evolving needs. Their involvement can foster a sense of security and reassurance, knowing you're being supported by those who love you. Remember the wisdom of Confucius. The superior man seeks harmony, not uniformity. As you navigate this new chapter, understand that it's not about conforming to a standard way of aging. It's about finding the path that works best for you and your family, and honoring the uniqueness of your journey. Embrace this chapter with an open heart and a clear mind, knowing that the wisdom you've gained over the years will guide you toward making the choices that best support your happiness and well-being. How are you adjusting your mindset and lifestyle in this new phase of life? Share your experiences and advice in the comments to inspire others on a similar journey. As we wrap up, it's clear that entering our golden years is a beautiful opportunity to embrace new perspectives, maintain meaningful relationships, and prioritize what truly matters. We've explored how to navigate life with wisdom, from communicating openly with our families to making thoughtful choices that preserve our dignity and well-being. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What have you learned so far? Share one thing that resonated with you and that you'll bring into practice in your own life. Let's continue the conversation and inspire each other as we walk this path together. If you like this video, please leave your comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.